students. Today we are going to see the instruments such as vernier caliper and screw gauge. So how this vernier caliper is used and the descriptive part and how we can measure the length of an object. So these are all now today we are going to see. See, in our daily life we use the meter scale for measuring length. See here we are using the scales, we are using the measuring tapes, but they are calibrated in centimeter and millimeter. So we can easily measure the length of any object or any building or any cloth, etc. The smallest length which can be measured by the meter scale is called least count. That means least count means if you are using a ruler, that is scale for drawing lines or a max you are using. In that it may be given the lines which are given as millimeters as well as centimeters. So the least one, that is called as millimeter, we call it as a least count. So we can measure the length of objects up to 1 millimeter accuracy with these scales. That means using these scales and using the meter scales, we are measuring the length up to 1 millimeter accuracy. But how for very minute object, that is length of an object, for a least count? By using vernier caliper, we have an accuracy of 0.1 millimeter. See, using the scales as well as measuring tapes, we only measuring up to that is 1 millimeter mercury distance only. That is 1 millimeter mercury only is the least count in the meter scale. But for measuring 0.1 millimeter, the instrument we are used is vernier caliper, and 0.01 millimeter accuracy we are using screw gauge. So first of all we are going to see about the description of vernier caliper and how it is used to measure the distance of 0.1 millimeter. Children, this is a vernier caliper instrument which is used to measure the length of an object up to 0.1 millimeter accuracy. Now I am going to explain the construction of the vernier caliper. That is how it is arranged and what are the jaws and what are the main scale and the vernier scale. So listen carefully. The first point in the description is the vernier caliper consists of a thin long steel scale graduated in centimeter and millimeter called main scale. That means the upper portion we call it as this one fully, that is from 0 to up to 5, we call this scale as a main scale. Once again I repeat it, this consists of a long thin steel scale, that is a long steel scale which is graduated in, graduation means that is readings, which is given as centimeter as well as millimeter, which is called as a main scale. Second point, to the left end of the main scale, an upper and a lower jaw are fixed perpendicular to the bar. That is nothing but there is upper jaw and the lower jaw. This is the left side and this is the right side of the jaw. So the left jaws, it is upper jaws and the lower jaws, they are fixed perpendicular to the bar and they are named as fixed jaws. These two are called as a fixed jaws. That means we cannot able to move. It will be standard and it will be fixed to the main scale. Second, to the right of the fixed jaws, that means for this fixed jaws, this is the right portion. So fixed jaws, a slider with an upper and a lower movable jaw is fixed. Here we have to adjust. So we have to, that means these two jaws can be easily adjustable. The vernier scale is marked on the slider and it moves along with the movable jaws and the slider. That means this bottom, this alone we call it as this one is called as a vernier scale and which can be used to measure the external dimensions and the upper jaws are used to measure the internal dimensions of the object. Suppose if you want to find the length of a rectangular box or any instrument, means we have to place it here and we have to adjust the screw to tighten the substance. Now using this one we can find the outer circumference or outer length of the object. This upper jaw is used to measure the inner dimensions of the object. The thin bar attached to the right of the vernier scale is used to measure the depth of the hollow object. So this is the that is descriptive part of the vernier caliper. Once again I am saying this is a thin long steel and having a upper jaws as well as a lower jaws. The left side we call it as a upper and that is lower jaws. Both are fixed jaws and these two are we have to easily movable. And the top scale we call it as a main scale and the vernier scale is attached along with the slider portion. Next, how we can measure and what is least count and what is errors and what do you mean by positive errors and the negative errors, I will explain now. Now I am going to say about what is least count. See, in the scale the readings are from 0 up to 15 centimeters. It is given as centimeters. That is each divisions between 1 and 2. How many divisions are there? There are 10 divisions. So we call from this 1 to 2. Here we call it as a 1 centimeter because it is expressed in centimeters as well as millimeters. So in between 1 centimeters for 1 to 2 or if we take 2 to 3, this is a 1 centimeter which contains how many divisions are there? 10 divisions are there. So 10 divisions is equal to 1 centimeter. Then what about 1 division? 1 division which is equal to 1 by 10 which is equal to 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter. So in using the scale, that is ruler, therefore the least count of this ruler is 0.1 or 1 millimeter. But for the same thing in the least count for the vernier caliper means here that is 1 millimeter divided by 10 we get 0.1 millimeter. So because this is a ruler, that is for scale, wooden scale, it's the least count value is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter. For the same least count for the vernier caliper, the least count is equal to 0.1 millimeter or 0.01 centimeter. Now I am going to teach about errors. Errors means, see in this scale, in vernier scale, this upper scale, upper readings, that is 0, 10, 20 like that, they are called as main scale. But below that, it is given the readings 0, 5, 10, 15 it is going on means these below scale we call it as a vernier scale. So while measuring the, that is any object's length, if you want to measure a rectangle, that is a hollow teacup or a thickness like that, length means we have to place it here and screw, using the screw we have to tighten them. Then we have to see the readings of the main scale as well as the vernier scale. If the zero line for both the main and the vernier scale coincide with each other, that means not moving here and not moving that towards the right. So on both the main scale and the vernier scale line coincides with the zero means that instrument does not have any type of error. So such a thing we call it as a no zero error. That means the instrument is free from error, that is called as zero error. Next, there are two types of zero error. Zero error means what? If the zero of the main scale and the vernier scale coincide with each other means there is no zero error. There are two types of zero error. One is positive zero error and the other one is negative zero error. Now I am going to explain what is positive zero error. See, the zero of the vernier scale. So below, this is called as a vernier scale. The zero of the vernier scale is shifted to the right of the zero of the main scale. See, top one is the main scale and bottom is the vernier scale. The zero of the vernier scale moves shifted to the right of the, that means this side, right of the zero of the main scale means we call it as a positive zero error. So this error can easily be corrected. In order to correct this error, find out which vernier division is coinciding with any of the main scale division. So listen carefully. So here the zero of the vernier scale is shifted towards the right of the zero of the main scale means we call it as a positive zero error. But in negative zero error, see the zero of the vernier scale moves to the left of the zero of the main scale means we call it as a negative zero error. In this video, we saw about a mechanical device which combines with the main scale and the vernier scale is called as vernier caliper. So far what we saw, that is given here, a mechanical device, that is a vernier caliper, which combines the main scale and the vernier scale. The smallest length, that means here the second point is the least count definition. The smallest length that can be measured accurately using an instrument is called as the least count of that instrument. The smallest length that can be measured accurately using an instrument is called least count of the instrument. The actual length of the object using vernier caliper. What is the formula for finding the length of an object using the vernier caliper is, this is the final formula. See, the length is equal to MSR, means main scale reading, that is what you saw in the vernier caliper. Main scale reading plus the vernier scale count, that is vernier scale count means vernier scale reading into least count. Least count always should be a 0.1 millimeter. So vernier scale count into least count. We have to multiply and then add with the main scale readings. Then we get a length of the object. Next, errors. If the 0 of the main scale does not coincide with the 0 of the vernier scale, then the vernier is said to have a 0 error. That means both the main scale zeros and the vernier scale zeros actually coincide.